So, I was watching A Current Affair the other night. Does anyone watch that? No, of course you're not. You're an intelligent crowd. But I was watching it, and there was an old lady on there. It wasn't you, madam. You seem like a very intelligent, lovely old lady. Sorry. Middle to old. Shut up, Xavier. Right. There was an old lady on A Current Affair, right? And she was saying that she was so poor that she had to eat dog food. And that's quite sad, okay? There's nothing funny about that. That's quite sad. But I do comedy full-time, and I am also a full-time alcoholic. I don't have that much spare cash for food. So I was like, dog food, good enough for dogs. Let's go to the supermarket, do a bit of a price comparison. Had a look at the prices. Dog food is actually quite expensive, right? Soup and baked beans, way cheaper, okay? I was like, hey old lady, you're not eating dog food because you're poor, you're eating it because you're fucking mental. So, bit of a language warning, about 2 seconds too late. There is going to be some adult concepts in the show, and in the spirit of that, here is a very immature adult concept, if that does make your head explode. By a show of hands, who here knows that dolphins are one of the only other mammals, apart from humans, that have sex for pleasure? Yeah, a few of you, good stuff. But did you know, if a dolphin has sex with a human, that human gets thrown out of SeaWorld? It's very unfair. SeaWorld's very expensive, and I didn't even have a chance to see the penguins. And it's doubly unfair, okay, because she come on to me, alright? There's a little wave of the flipper, and she winked at me. Mate, have you ever had a dolphin wink at you? No, you haven't? See, I have. I can tell you, it is fucking impossible to resist. Alright? It was a wink that said, come on, big boy, stick it in my blowhole. Yeah, that's right. 2:15 on a Sunday. Cop that. But, I acknowledge that is some pretty full-on information to begin with, okay? Like, especially for the time on the Sunday. But that's exactly how I introduced myself at dinner the other night. And the three couples there, they were pretty shocked. They were pretty taken aback. But to be honest, no one really expects words like that to come out of the mouth of their waiter. Can someone get Mork a drink of water before he dies? You alright, man? Yeah, that comedian killed the Snell guy. It was a good gig. Now, I have been overseas for the last few years, working and travelling, by which I mean drinking and trying to shag as many backpackers as humanly possible. Any backpackers in this afternoon? That never gets a response. But if there are any in who are just looking at me going, hey, if that's what he likes, I'm up for a bit of that. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm now looking for something a bit more long-term, okay, as we approach winter, and I can't afford an electric blanket. It's all about me. Anyway, now, what else should we talk about? You got any ideas, man? No, you're the MC, dickhead. You entertain me. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, now, has anyone heard that phrase? Anyone's friends said to them that they're trying for a baby? Have we heard that phrase? Yep. Yeah, a few of you? How annoying is that? It's like, oh, we're announcing to you that we're now having unprotected sex. Thanks for letting me know. I don't tell people that. And I usually deal with girls that don't even know their names. That's not true, okay? That's not... Well, not today. Anyway, I mean, trying for a baby, I hate that phrase. I mean, I spent most of my adult life trying not to have a baby, okay? Which so far I have done pretty successfully. Like, I don't have any kids. Well, none that I know about, anyway. But as I mentioned earlier, I have done a lot of travelling. However, when I'm overseas and I meet a girl I like, I just tell her my name is Wayne Carey. Now, some friends of mine, they announced that they were trying for a baby, and it was at a little, like, an afternoon get-together barbecue thing, and everyone celebrated. They were like, oh, congratulations, way, which I don't understand at all, because they haven't actually achieved anything yet, had they? Haven't done a fucking thing. Like, no one has a party before someone climbs Everest or runs a marathon, do they? But I suppose the baby thing is a little bit different, because running marathons and climbing mountains, that takes skill and training. But most people I know are children did it while drunk and by accident. That's how my parents did it. Every birthday, my mum tells me that I was a beautiful surprise. And then she gets smashed and admits that I was part of the celebrations after Dad won Tats Lotto Division 4. And couple of friends of mine, now they have had a baby, okay? Little girl. And her name, right, and these people, you know, we have couples now, babies, they try and pick names that are original or whatever. Beyonce. Kid's name is fucking Beyonce. Okay, that's not true. The kid's name is actually India Blue. India-Blue, alright? Spelt INDEA-BLEU. I know. It is horrible. And you know how every name has a meaning? Like, what was your name, madam? Catherine. And what does Catherine mean? Pure. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, round of applause for being pure from the back there. That's weird. And Xavier also has a meaning. And this is true, look this up on the internet. Xavier means a new house. It's rubbish. I think my parents picked that name because it was just a reminder of what they couldn't afford because I arrived. But India Blue, that also has a meaning in French. It means, in French, my parents are fuckwits. Now, yeah, and my name is Xavier, okay? And it's actually, because I have done a bit of travelling, it's quite difficult travelling with that name. Because every country you go to, they say your name differently, all right? So I go to Belgium, and my name is Javier. I go to France, and my name is Xavier, which I don't quite like, so it makes me sound like a poof. But there's only one country in the world who say my name technically wrong. Now, does anyone have a guess as to who that might be?
Australia.
States, yes. America. Are you American, sir? No. No, fuck no. No way. No. Where are you from, man? Ireland. Yes. How good's that accent? A whole country full of men who get to bat well above their average just because of the way they talk. Yeah, no, America, they do say my name technically wrong. We know the X-Men movies, yeah? Even if you haven't seen it, you understand the concept. In that movie, the guy in the wheelchair was Charles Xavier. Just technically wrong, okay? It's not Xavier, right? You don't say xylophone, do you? Or X-ray. Oh, what a fuckhead. And it was actually quite difficult growing up with that name. Like on the first day of high school, we were playing a getting to know you game, where you had to say something good about yourself using the first letter of your name. So we had excellent Erin, terrific Trevor, and I was xenophobic Xavier. Now, just before I bring on your first act, by a round of applause, who here is in a couple? Well, the enthusiasm was overpowering. Yeah, I suppose we're still together. Fuck, it's in the death throes, whatever, champ. No, now, okay, if there's any single people, for single people can please watch out. Right, anyone who's in a couple, please clap. Okay, so single people, I've just done you all a massive favour, saved you a bit of time. But that wasn't where I was going with that. Now, in a couple, okay, and I think this is a particular couple thing. Now, you know when you're in a couple and you're having a bit of a bad day, the person that you're with is someone that you can able to rely upon when things are going really badly, you know, and sometimes when you're feeling a bit pathetic, use the baby voice, yeah? Do you know what I mean? Like, men and women do this, and you know what I'm talking about, don't you? And even the toughest men will say to their wives, like, firstly, the wives on the weekend, I'll be like, they pull out the baby voice, be a bit pathetic, they'll be like, oh, you promised we'd go to IKEA this weekend? You promised. You promised. And then the men, I mean, I think every man will say this in his life at some point, we've been married for 3 years. What happened to the blowjobs? You promised. You promised. But I've got a flatmate who's English, and she tries the baby voice on me when she can't get stuff to work. She's like, oh, Xavier, my computer, I can't get Word to open. Can you help me out, please? Please? I was like, fucking, we're not sleeping together, okay? Talk properly. Talk like an adult. No, you can't use that voice on me. She's like, no, but I just can't get it to... It'll only take a second, please help me. And I was like, look, if you're going to talk like a baby, I'll fucking treat you like one. So I shook her until she shut up and then locked her in the car. I don't have any children, just to remind you all. Right, are you ready for your first act, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! Okay, you can do better than that. You seem like a lovely crowd. Are you ready for your first act? Yeah! Okay, look, we're going to have a chat about this.